So dear student, I Rakesh Jain from Gyanwar University. Today I am going to teach you about how to convert a block diagram into a signal flow graph. In certain questions, if it is not mentioned that from which technique you have to solve the question to find out the transfer function, then if we are convenient in signal flow graph, then we can easily convert a block diagram into a signal flow graph and find out the corresponding answer. After the completion of this lecture, you will be able to understand how to convert a block diagram into a signal flow graph, and by applying a Mason's gain formula, how to find out the transfer function. So first of all, just see this MS Paint file, then we will see. So first of see this MS Paint file. Now our today topic is conversion of block diagram into a signal flow graph. Converting a block diagram into a signal flow graph. How to convert a block diagram? So first of all, just to see this question. Let's suppose I have a question. Yes. Let's suppose we have a block diagram. It is shown in front of you on this MS Paint file. This is a block diagram in which the input is RS and the output is YS. We have to find out the transfer function. We can easily solve this with the help of block diagram reduction technique and find out the answer. We can also find out this answer with the help of Mason's gain formula using signal flow graph, but here signal flow graph is not given. So how we can convert into signal flow graph? So that is a very easy method to convert a block diagram into a signal flow graph. Just to see this one. First of all, there is a RS at the input side. So I just mentioned RS at the input side. So this is your input RS. Okay. Now it will go into a summing junction. We neglect all those summing junction during the time of making of signal flow graph. And what is the output node value at that? That is Y1. Y1 means the value of that here. The value at Y2 at here of the summing junction. Okay. So we just send this one, this RS with the sign of arrow on the line whose gain is 1 and the node name is Y1. And the node name is Y1. Like this one. Okay. Then again a summing junction. So I again draw a line whose gain is 1. Like here, the gain is 1. Although summing junctions will be represented by a single line having a with a arrowhead having a gain represented by 1. So now the node name is Y2. Okay. Then G1 block is there. So all those block gain can be represented by a single line with a gain of G1. And what is the node name? The node is Y3 now. So now again draw a line. Okay, in which arrow is there, and the gain name is the gain of that block, and that block gain is G1. And that block gain is G1. So I just write down now the block gain instead of 1 G1, and the name of the node is Y3 now. The name of the node is Y3 now. y3. Okay, so once again I repeat this one. We represent this summing junction, first summing junction, second summing junction, as a single line having a gain of 1 1. Okay, then this third one is a block, so we represent the block gain as g1, and the node name is y1, y2 and y3. Then once again see this one, the node name will be y4 and the gain value is g2. So I again represent a line having a gain of g2, having a gain of g2, and the name of the node is y4. The name of the node is y4. y4. Okay. So once again, I am telling you that represent the gain by the value whatever given. If the block is present, like G1 and G2 are present, so the gain is G1 and G2. If summing junction is there, it means the gain is 1. So 1, 1, G1, G2 are the gain. And what are the name of the nodes? The name of the nodes already mentioned in the diagram. If not mentioned, then just mark a dot over there. So y1, y2, y3 and y4 are the nodes. Now see, from this y4 node, there is a gain minus with a minus sign. With a minus sign, h1 will be go into y2 node. I show you this one. I am telling about this one. See this one. This one is your y4 node, and from this y4 node again h1 is goes with negative sign, so the gain is minus h1. So this is minus h1 go into y2. So similarly in this diagram, from the y4 node a gain will be goes to y2 node with an arrow from the right hand side towards the left hand side, depends on the direction of the arrow given. The arrow direction is into y2, that's why into y2. Okay, but what is the gain? The gain is h1 with negative sign, it go into y2, that's why it is minus h1. So that in signal flow graph we write down minus h1. Now till now whatever I taught you, if you have no problem, then write down in message box okay. Otherwise, if you have a problem, then type your question. No question come, so I just forward this one. Now see this question. Then a summing junction is given. So once again, because the summing junction is given, so with a gain of 1, I just mark the summing junction, and the node name is y5. The node name is will be y5. Okay, now see, I'm talking about this one. A summing junction is given, that's why I just draw a line and mark the gain as 1, and the node name is, what is the node name? The node name is summing junction name is y5 is given, that's why I write down the name is y5. Okay, then after this y5, a node is y6 is given. A node y6 is given. Okay, so after this subbing the y5, a node y6 is given. Directly a node is given also in the block diagram. See, this one is a node. Okay, so again a line is there whose gain is 1, because in this line from the summing junction to the y6 point nothing is in between. Okay, nothing is in between, that's why. So 1 is given and the node name is y6. The node name is y6. So may you are facing problem by this marking on the question. So that's why I again come with the same question to show you the clearance. This was your question. Till y5 we already draw, then see y5 to y6 only, there is nothing written on, so I just write down 1 over there and mark this node as y6. So see, from y5 to y6 there is a gain 1. Okay, now see, from y6 to y7 there is a gain g3 and g4 shown in the diagram. From y6 to y7 this is a summing junction. Okay, in between y6 and y7, so in between y6 and y7, this one is your y7, this one is my y7, there is a summing junction, there is a, sorry, in between y6 and the summing junction whose name y7, there is a block, that is g3. So because there is a block, that's why I write down the gain as g3. That's why I write down the gain as g3. So this arrow value, that is the gain, is g3. Okay, so in between y6 node and y7 node, that is a summing junction actually, there is a block. So whenever block is coming, we just write down the block as a block gain. Okay, now from this y6 and y7, also from this y6 towards the direction of y7, also a block is coming. So we write down as from y6 to y7, there is also a gain, direction from y6 towards y7, and the value of the gain is g4. Okay, yes, now from in between y7 and y8 node, in between y7 and y8 node, see in the block diagram representation, this one is y7, which is represented by a node here, and this one is y8. Okay, in between there is a line only, so that's why this is y7 node, and I just put a value as 1 and draw the y8 node. Okay, so till now, if you understand, then type in message box okay once again. If you understand everything, then type in message box okay. If you have any query, then type in message box. No query, so I am proceeding now. Okay. In between y7 and y8, there is no node, that's why I just write down the gain as 1. Then see, from the y8 towards the y1, there is a gain h2 is given. Now see the block diagram. From this y8 node, a feedback is there which is gone into y1 into summing junction with the positive sign. It means it is plus the feedback gain value is h2 with positive sign, it is gone into the summing junction, that's why it is plus h2. So where is our y1 node which represent the summing junction? Y1 node is here, y1 node is this one. Okay, so from y8 to okay, the direction is from y8 to y1, and the value of the gain is plus h2. The value of the gain is plus h2. Now the next one, see, in between y8 and y9 node, there is a, in between y8 and y9 node, there is a forward path gain g5. So again I draw a line. This is my y9 node. This is my y9 node. Okay, and the gain value is now g5. It is not 1, it is now g5. It is now g5. So I, to create some space, I just move this y8 a little bit left side. Okay, now this gain value is g5. Okay, now the gain value is G5. Okay, now see once again, from this Y9 node towards Y5 node, there is a feedback of H3. There is a feedback of H3. There is a feedback of there is a feedback of S3. Okay, from this Y9 node, H3 feedback is given, which is goes into Y5 with negative sign. It means minus S3 is there. So this is my Y5. So I just draw a feedback from Y9. Don't be confused with this. Okay. Right, and the sign is from right hand side towards left hand side, and the gain value is minus h3. Minus h3, why? Because s3 goes with negative sign. Okay, I just shift this g4 gain a little bit lower side. So I draw this minus s3 clearly. Now finally ys is there, so no need to draw, otherwise you just draw a line. Okay, which the gain is 1, and no need to write down 1 also. And now this is your ys. Now this is my ys. This is my ys finally. Okay, so this is a correct representation of the conversion of a block diagram into a signal flow graph. Block diagram into a signal flow graph. So if you understand everything, how to convert the block diagram into a signal flow graph, then type in message box okay, so I can understand. And if you have any query, then type in message box. Okay, there is no query. So it means you are able to understand the conversion of a block diagram into a signal flow graph. Now we try to find out the answer from both the methods. Okay, so first we try to find out the answer of this question with the help of block diagram reduction technique. Then with the help of Mason's gain formula you can try, but I will sort out certain things. For example, at the right hand side, when we see the signal flow graph, how many number of forward path are there? There is 2 forward paths. Okay, 1 G1 G2 1 G4 1 G5. Okay, this y9 is a node name, not the arrow value. Remember this. At the right hand side on the y9, this is y9. Okay, this is y9 is a node value only. Okay, the gain is here 1. The gain is here 1, which I draw at the left hand side. Okay, bottom value. Okay, so there are 2 forward paths. How many number of loops are there? One loop is G1 G2 minus H1. Second loop is 1 G3 1 G5 minus S3. Third loop is 1 G1 G2 1 G3 1 plus S2. Okay, and one loop is 1 G1 G2 1 G4 1 plus S2, right? Okay. So can you please tell me how many number of loops are there? I am going to solve the question with the block diagram reduction technique first. This was my question. Okay. Whose signal flow graph, corresponding signal flow graph, I just draw in the question. Now I am going to solve the question with the block diagram reduction techniques. Because in signal flow graph, you are convenient that we can easily solve by finding out the number of forward path, by finding out the number of loops, Okay, first we solve this question with the help of block diagram reduction technique. So see this question. The first rule is if blocks are in cascade, multiply them. So see, there are two blocks which are in cascade. One is G1 and the second one is G2. Okay, so just multiply them and write down the value of the gain, and they will be converted into a single block. So G1, G2 will be converted into a single block. Okay, and the value of that block will be G1, G2. Because the rule is whenever blocks are in cascade, just multiply the gain of those blocks. One block is G1, second one block is G2. Now the rule of the feedback is, because G1, G2 is a forward gain and H1 is the feedback gain. So what is the rule? Forward gain divided by 1 plus or minus forward into feedback. So what is the forward? G1, G2 is the forward and H1 is the feedback. So G1, G2, H1 is the complete. So this total with minus sign is there, that's why plus will become. Okay, so G1, G2 is the forward gain, H1 is the feedback gain. With negative sign, that's why in formula we will take the positive sign. So forward gain G1, G2 divided by 1 plus forward into feedback, G1, G2, H1. Okay, so I delete this one, and this total will be represented by a single block. That's value of that single block will be forward gain. What was the forward gain? G1, G2. Forward gain divided by, so divided by forward into feedback. Forward into feedback. 1 plus or minus forward into feedback, because minus sign was there. That's why we use plus sign. G1, G2. And feedback was H1. Now see these blocks. G3 is a gain of a block and G4 is a gain of block. Both are goes into summing junction with positive sign of both of them with positive sign. It means they will be add up to each other. So when they are in parallel, because they comes from the same node, G4 is also come from here and G3 is also come from here, and they will reach into the same summing junction with positive sign. Both of them will reach with the positive sign. It means they are in parallel. So whenever blocks are in parallel, they will be add up to each other. So G3 and G4 block will be removed, and there will be a single block, that is G3 plus G4. So I just remove these blocks, and only a single block will come whose value is G3 plus G4. G3 plus G4. Okay. Now see, there is a pick-off point that is also known as take-off point. There is a pick-off point before the block G5. So we can move this pick-off point after the block. So what is the rule for that? We can move a pick-off point after a block, just the gain of that block come in the reciprocal manner. Just the block of the gain will become in the reciprocal manner. Okay, so what I want to see, this we can move this pick-off point from here to after that block, means here. Okay, but the gain of the block after which we just move the pick-off point will be come in reciprocal manner with the line. So what is the block gain? That is G5. Now it will become as 1 upon G5. It will become as 1 divided by G5. Okay. Now see, first we solve with the block diagram technique, then we will see the signal flow graph method and finding out the answer. The answer should be same of both the method. So now H2 block and 1 upon G5 block are in cascade. So we just, what is the rule for the cascade? If the blocks are in cascade, just multiply their gain. Just multiply their gain. So we just remove these two blocks, H2 and 1 upon G5, and instead of these two blocks, only a single block will become, whose gain is H2 divided by G5. Okay, H2 divided by G5. Now see, again there is a cascade form that G3, G4 blocks are come in cascade with G5. G3, G4 blocks come in cascade with G5. So they will be multiplied. So G3 will be multiplied with G5 as well as G4 will be multiplied by G5. So it will be G3, G5 plus G4, G5. I write down this thing, G3, G5 plus G4, G5. So I just remove these two blocks. Instead of them, only a single block will become, whose value will be equal to. So with the help of this today topic, conversion of block diagram into a signal flow graph, first of all we just understand how to convert a block diagram into a signal flow graph, as well as we just see the block diagram reduction rule to find out the transfer function, and we will apply the Mason's gain formula into the signal flow graph, which is draw by us, okay, by the conversion of signal block diagram reduction technique into signal flow graph. Okay, so what was there, G3 plus G4, that will be multiplied by G5, so it will be G3 G5, sorry, G3 G5 plus G4 G5, because G3 and G4 both will be G3 plus G4 totally multiplied with G5, so G3 will be multiplied by G5 as well as G4 will be multiplied by G5. Now see, so you find out that with the help of block diagram reduction technique, we can easily reduce the complexity of any block diagram reduction or any given block diagram question. Okay, now there is a feedback. See, the forward gain is G3 G5 plus G4 G5, and there is a feedback from the output. Whenever the output goes into input again, that is known as feedback. So this is a feedback gain H3. Okay, so what is the rule? Forward gain divided by 1 plus or minus forward into feedback. So from which sign this S3 feedback will go into the summing junction with the negative sign. So in the formula we use the positive sign. So in the formula we use the positive sign. So what will be the value of that block finally? Forward gain. So forward gain is G3 G5 plus G4 G5 divided by, so I just divide it, divided by 1 plus or minus, so 1, and because there is negative sign, so I just draw a plus sign, forward into feedback. So forward is G3 G5 plus G4 G5, then it will be multiplied by H3, so both the term will be multiplied by H3, so it will be G3 G5 H3, G3 G5 H3 plus G4 G5 H3. Okay, so this will be my finally. So what will be happen? This complete blocks will be removed and only a single block will become instead of this complex. Only a single block will become, whose value will be equal to this one. Okay, I just move this one instead of, I just move this one. Only a single block will become whose value is this one. Okay, now these two blocks are in cascade, So we know the rule of cascade, that if blocks are in cascade, multiply them. So this G1, G2 will be multiplied by G3, G5 plus G4, G5. And at the denominator side, this 1 plus G1, G2, H1 will be multiplied by 1 plus G3, G5, S3 plus G4, G5, S3. So what will happen? We just write down their values at the bottom side, then we'll convert them. So these two blocks which are in cascade will be multiplied by each other. Okay. Now till now, if you have any query, type in message box. I just go to washroom. Till that time, you just type your query in message box. If no query, then type yes. If you have no query, then type yes in the message box. Just wait for a minute. Okay. Yes. So now we solve them. So this, see very carefully the multiplication of the complete thing. So G1, G2 will be multiplied by G3, G5. So G1, G2, G3, G5. Then this G1, G2 will be multiplied by G4, G5. So G1, G2, G4, G5. This is the numerator term. And what will be the denominator term? See very carefully. Okay, at the denominator side, this 1 will be multiplied by 1 plus G3, G5, S3 plus G4, G5, S3. Then this G1, G2, H1 will be multiplied by those three terms. So I just write down. First, this one will be multiplied. So all the term will be as it is. So 1 plus G3, G5, S3 plus G4, G5, S3. So G4, G5, S3. Okay. Then this G1, G2, H1 term will be multiplied by all those three terms. So first term is 1, that's why G1, G2, H1, then plus G1, G2, H1 will be multiplied by G3, G5, S3. So it will be G1, G2, G3, G5, H1, S3. Okay. G1, G2, G3, G5, H1, S3, H1, S3. Okay. And the last term is this G1, G2, H1 will be multiplied by G4, G5, S3. So it will be Z1, G2, G4, G5, H1, and H3. Okay. So now the total blocks will be converted into this one. Okay. The total blocks will be converted into this value. But because there is a lack of space, so I just decrease the size like this one. Okay. So you will see that total will be converted into this form. Due to the lack of size space, I just reduce the size. So now these two blocks will be removed completely. Instead of them, only a single block will become, which will be this one. And we have to move that single block at that place. Yes. Okay. Now see, there is a feedback. There is a feedback, and we have to solve that feedback, and that will be our final answer. And we have to find out the same answer with the help of signal flow graph method. Okay. So first of all, just to see, the forward gain is this term, and the feedback gain is this term. So when we will solve forward gain divided by 1 plus or minus forward into feedback, that is my rule. That is my rule. So now see this one. I just cut this MS Paint file, this signal flow graph. Again, we will paste it. Okay, and now I am going to solve here. So now see, what was my forward gain? The forward gain is this one. The forward gain is this one. So what is the rule? The forward gain divided by, so I just write down the divided sign, and because now I have a space, so I just move this. Okay, so this is my forward gain now. I just remove the heading of the topic also. Okay, so this was my forward gain. Okay. Divided by 1 plus or minus 1 plus or minus. I just move this question also a little bit. So this was my forward gain divided by, so I just draw a sign of divide. 1 plus or minus, because the sign of the feedback is with plus sign. The for a feedback gain come with the plus sign. That's why I have to write down the negative sign. So 1 minus. Okay. Forward into feedback. Forward into feedback. What is forward? Forward is as it is this one. Forward is this one. Okay. Into feedback. So 1 minus I again write down. So 1 divided by 1 minus. Okay, from here it is start. Forward divided by 1 minus forward into feedback. So I just write down the cross, and what is the feedback? S2 divided by G5. S2 divided by G5. Okay, so after the solution, that will be my final answer. So see, first I tag the now see, this G5 will be cancelled with this one. This G5 will be cancelled with, because G5 is common in the both side. Okay, now see, the denominator, from the denominator and the numerator, the LCM is same, that is 1 plus G3 G5 S3 plus G4 G5 S3 plus G1 G2 H1 plus G1 G2 G3 G5 H1 S3 plus G1 G2 G5 G4 G5 H1 S3. So the LCM is same, that's why they will be cancelled out. So what will be the answer? G1 G2 G3 G5 plus G1 G2 G4 G5 G1 G2 G4 G5. Okay, then divided by, now I am going to write down the final answer. Okay, divided by, now this 1 will be multiplied by the LCM at the denominator side. This 1 will be multiplied by the total LCM. So the whole term will become as it is, because it will be multiplied by 1. The whole term is this one. The whole term will become as it is. Okay, then minus sign is there, so I just draw the minus sign. Minus sign is there. Now see, this G1 G2 G3 plus G1 G2 G4 will be multiplied by H2, will be multiplied by H2, because H2 is remaining. So it will be G1 G2 G3 H2. Okay, then because at the outside minus is there, so once again there will be minus, and it will be G1 G2 G4. G1 G2 G4 will be multiplied by, due to lack of space. Okay, I just move it a little bit left. Now it will be my final answer, so kindly have a patience. Okay. Now see, after this minus sign is there, after taking the LCM, that will be multiplied by 1, we write down the minus sign, and now G1, G2, G3 will be multiplied by S2. Then again minus is there because outside minus is there, G1, G2, G4 will be multiplied by S2. So this will be your final answer of this question. Now this is the final answer of this question. Okay, this will be the final answer of this question. I just copy this final answer. Okay, now we see the signal flow graph, the corresponding signal flow graph. So I just remove a little bit. That is my final answer of this question. This is my final answer of this question. With the help of signal flow graph, corresponding signal flow graph, we have to find out the same answer. With the help of the signal flow graph, we have to find out the same answer. So how to find out the answer? With the help of Mason's gain formula. With the help of Mason's gain formula, we can easily find out the answer. Okay, okay. So you can remove, and I just okay. So I just end this class, and I hope you understand how to convert a block diagram into a signal flow graph. With the help of block diagram, how to find out the answer. In next lecture, we will again see the conversion and find out the solution of that final answer. Okay, thank you
Thank you.
very much. Thank you very much.